So just going into the spring game, just overall thoughts on where the team stands right now.
I like where we're at. We've had 4.5 great weeks of practice. I've said it time and time again. This is an awesome group of young people. They love being together and they love practicing, and so it's just fun to be out there. I think they've had a lot of fun. I think it's been highly competitive. I think we've got a lot of good work, against each other, and so I think everyone's optimistic.
How do you approach Saturday in terms of what you want to get done or what you want to see?
So Saturday is, I think is going to be a little bit more of, there's going to be some live work in there, but it's not going to be a divide the team and that type of deal. I think the biggest thing for us is that, we want to get to fall camp with everybody as healthy as we can possibly be. And so we're going to be smart about who plays on Saturday. We're going to be smart about the rep count, and we're going to be smart about kind of what we do and just, what kind of positions we put people in.
What are some things that maybe fans could expect that are going to come out and watch you guys for the first time if they haven't seen you already?
Well, I think, one of the cool things is, Humberto Lopez and Jim Click, kind of bought out the full allotment of tickets so that everybody can come to the game for free. I mean, how good is that, right? Like, what great people to do that for the community here in Tucson. So I'm fired up about that. We want to pack the house. We want there to be a great crowd there. We want it to be a great day. A kind of a great celebration of this group of young men that's chosen to stay together and kind of battled through a tough transition and had a great spring practice. So, and we want to share that excitement and that enthusiasm with our fan base, with the students, and so we're looking forward to it.
What's it been like working with donors like Humberto and Jim Click and guys who are around the program?
It's always awesome to be with people that really care. I think that's one of the things that's been important for me. My entire time that I was a head coach, even at my prior stop, I just love people that consistently show up for the program. And there's so many people in this community that continue to do that. It's so special. And in that part, I think in the world that we're living in, it's never been more complicated when you talk about, the need for NIL, the need for like donations, operational budget, like all these different things coming together at the same time. So the people that continue to show up for us, I'm incredibly grateful. I'm having a great time getting to know them and getting to spend time with them. And, on the flip side of that, I want to show up for those people too, because, they continue to show up for us. And I think that's something that needs to be reciprocated.
Last week we saw T-Mac go down with injury. He's been sidelined. What's just his status?
So T-Mac had a little procedure yesterday, and we're expecting him to have full recovery. And I think you'll see him, cruising around on the scooter. He's in good spirits. He's a total warrior, and we expect him back for the season.
You know how long he's going to take in the summertime? Okay.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of time, though.
Do you know exactly what it was? Are you able to disclose that?
No.
We kind of discussed this earlier in camp, but there's a couple guys that are in the portal but still practicing. What's been your approach for that type of situation?
So I think the portal, we're in this new era of college football, and I think the portal is something that everybody's working through for the first time. Kind of it continues to accelerate and kind of change and morph. And I think, when you have the coaching change, that adds another portal into the window, right, which makes it a little bit more complicated. But I think it's an individual decision. And for the players that choose to leave, we'll miss them. I don't want guys to leave. We want everyone to stay. But if they have to go and it's a personal decision, I respect it, and I wish them well at the next stop.
For guys like DiCario and DJ Warnell and others that entered the portal and kind of stayed in the portal and went through the spring practice, how do you think those relationships continue during spring in terms of just the bondage that you guys had with them, and how do you think their spring went for them individually?
I think they both had really good springs. I think it's really fun to see kind of the development there. And, I think as long as they're out there, as far as the team's concerned, like they're in it. They're going through the work. They're in the fight with the guys that are out there on the field, with the coaches that are out there on the field. And so I think looking at it any other way is foolish because, again, it's a personal decision. It's an individual decision. But they're out there busting their tails for their teammates, for this coaching staff, for this university, for this community. And that's been really fun to watch.
So in the past, the spring game has kind of been like Alumni weekend. Are you guys expecting?
Yeah, we got a huge crew coming down. We're really excited. It's awesome. I think we're really fortunate. Brandon Sanders is such a great Wildcat, and he's so involved in that, and he does such a great job, keeping, because I think it's easy to lose track of people, right? And so I know that was a huge emphasis with the previous staff, getting those guys to come back and be a part of it. And Brandon's such a huge piece in that process. And I'm excited to meet a lot of these guys. And then it's also fun because there's a lot of guys that are coming back that I have some sort of relationship with, either from my time here through my brother or just, through football. So, lots of high school coaches and people that I've known over the years. So we're going to have Saturday's going to be a great day. Friday's going to be a great day. These guys are going to come back and they're going to be in the facility. I'm going to get a chance for me to meet everybody. And I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope they are too.
So, of course, this spring you're so focused on the guys right now, but you're bringing in recruits left and right. What's the message to the guys who are coming in, and what do you say to them about the future and where you want to go with Arizona?
Well, I think the best football programs, the players are the best recruiters on the in the building, right? And the players are the ones that are able to communicate what kind of experience they're having. And so that's been really important for us as a coaching staff to get to know this team and for them to get to know us and get a feel for kind of because they already had such a strong culture and such a strong brotherhood, and we want to double down on that. I think that's one of the ways that you can be highly competitive is being more connected than everybody else. And at a time when it's harder to be connected than it's ever been, just the way people are getting pulled at from all these different outside sources. So, I think all of those guys are fun to be around. They're great with the players that we brought in. They do a heck of a job at that. They're all really they're so committed to the program that they show up in a great way on official visit weekends, and it's authentic, it's real, and I think the recruits and their families feel it.
All right, that's our time.
Thank you all.